Hey guys. So I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to jump on. Thinking what decks to use today. So I'm gonna get started. I hope everyone's good. How have you been feeling? Let me know. What's the energy been like for you guys? Horrid. Yeah, it's been a bit crazy. Definitely been all over the place, that's for sure. See, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like there's just been so much tension in the air and so much like intensity in the air that it's just been completely crazy recently. Disconnected, definitely. So, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that is joining my live, and thank you so much to everyone that has continued to support me, and it just means so much to me, honestly. I do this because I love helping people. I do this because I'm passionate about it, and I guess it was a calling. So yeah. So the whole point of this live is to ultimately see what the energies are like in September, which is in a week's time, exactly a week. I hope you guys can hear me okay. But yeah, September. So I'm gonna give you guys the choice, whether you want to hear the energy off of the elements, or you want to hear just the overall energy in general. So let me know in the comments what it is that you guys want to hear. Do you want to know the elements energy, or do you want to know just the overall energy? So let me know, and I will get started. I'm feeling doing elements because it kind of focuses on different energies instead of just like the collective energy. So I think maybe that may be the best thing to do. For anyone that's in the central time zone right now, check the time, it's like 5:05. 5:05. Cool, so I'm just gonna do the elements then in that case. What should we start with? Earth, fire, air, water. Hello everyone to live. everyone that is just joining. I will also be answering some questions, some personal questions, just because I'm feeling generous. So what element should we start with? I'm gonna go with Earth because it is Virgo season. With Earth. Okay, so Earth. Remind me, what is Earth? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? Pretty sure it is. You know, one thing that I always get confused on is Aquarius, because I would personally see Aquarius as water, but it's air. Interesting. Okay, Earth. So what is the overall energy for the Earth signs? Thank you so much, Spirit. Taurus. Ooh, okay. Virgo. Capricorn. I'm gonna pull one more for Virgo because 2 cards came out for all of the other ones, but okay. So, I'm gonna turn this down a bit. So, we have the 8 of Cups reversed for the overall energy for the Earth signs for September. This tells me that you guys are contemplating walking away from something, or there may be something that is causing stagnancy, and so you are now questioning it. And it's almost as if you are either revisiting something, you're going back to something, or this could be an indication of you questioning leaving. And I feel like for a lot of Earth signs, it's going to be this kind of cycle. It's going to be a continuous cycle in your mind of, okay, what do I do? You know, do I leave? Do I stay? Do I make a different decision? What's best for me? And I feel like for a lot of Earth signs, this is an indication of kind of like a repetitive cycle that has been ongoing, if that makes sense. So it's a repetitive cycle in your life that can either be, you know, through different people, different situations, different places, or this can be an indication of yourself, like your internal self, what you're going through internally. So, Taurus, you've got the King of Swords and the 8 of Robes. Very interesting energy, because it feels as though you are making a decision towards something that ultimately you don't really need to make a decision on, but it's really about structuring something. There's going to be something in September that you're going to have to structure, and once you do put a plan into place with this particular thing, things are going to go so quickly for you. Things are going to go like full blast. And I feel like this is going to be something that you don't really see coming. You know, this is something that you don't really see, or you're not really aware of, because you're so used to experiencing something different. This is Taurus, by the way, guys, for people that are just joining. So the King of Swords and the 8 of Robes is definitely an indication of you having to put some form of plan or structure into place. And once you do that, you're going to be able to see the results of what you want, you know. So definitely take that on board for September. And that's the thing, I feel like this can be in terms of a career situation. There may be something that you're having to go back to. There may be something that you're having to revisit, whether that be career, relationship, you know, anything like that. There's something that you're having to revisit. but you have to put a certain plan or a certain structure into place in order to get the results that you want. And once you do, you know, things are just gonna go so fast, okay? So we're now moving on to Virgo. So Virgo, you've got the Five of Swords and the Five of Swords reversed and the Six of Swords, okay? It really feels as though you're going to be encountering certain conflicts. You're going to be encountering certain people that really grind you, that really get on like your last nerve, okay? And this is going to be a testing month for you, and especially because it's your season, I feel like things are going to be put out there that normally you wouldn't experience. So now it's like you're having to experience something that can either catapult you into, you know, your desires, or can either halt you in what it is that you want, okay? It's going to be a testing month. There's going to be, you know, trials, tribulations, challenges, things like that. And for some of you, this is definitely an indication of going overseas, or even being blocked from going overseas. So there's something here that you're being blocked from doing. And maybe you have to go back to the drawing board in terms of this, and especially in terms of challenging people, especially in terms of the people that are kind of like influencing your decisions. It's kind of like make your mind up, you know, and make sure that when you do make your mind up about someone or something, you're gonna have to come to that decision on your own. You know, don't let other people influence your thoughts or feelings about people or situations or your own path, you know. So definitely take that on board. You know, there will be a lot of challenges, like I said, and you're going to have to weather them. You're going to have to weather the storm. You're going to have to keep going. It's not a time to like fight, and it's not a time to also put down your sword, okay? So it's kind of like, you know, doing what you feel is best for yourself. And that may come at the cost of moving from a stagnant place. That may come in terms of moving from something that you had originally felt stuck in, right? So it's time to make your own decisions, Virgo. Time to make your own decisions. So Capricorn, you've got the Sun and the Strength card. Very interesting energy, especially because you have the Eight of Cups reversed. It's interesting energy because I feel like things are coming to the surface that you didn't really expect for them to. And I feel like for you, Capricorn, this can be your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, by the way. But I feel like for Capricorns, it's like an indication of past emotions coming to the surface. It's gonna be a very emotional month, I want to say, for September. The Sun and the Strength card are like symbolizations of everything coming up. You know, whatever is left in the dark, whatever has been hidden in the dark, now coming to light. And especially with the Eight of Cups reverse, it's definitely an indication that, you know, you're going to have to pull yourself out of a rut. You're going to have to pull yourself out of something that is very challenging, right? You're going to have to pull yourself out of something that, yeah, it's going to be challenging. So there may be, you know, kind of like past issues that are surfacing, or even you'll have dreams. I'm seeing you'll have dreams, like dreams, symbols, messages of like past things that have happened. And this may even be to do with your inner child too. You know, it may be time to go back, revisit and see some things that, you know, your inner child was afraid to see, and now it's like, okay, you need to admit these things to yourself in order to really heal and move forward. So definitely take that on board, especially with September. You know, there's going to be people that may be coming back There may be, you know, situations. There may even be a repetitive cycle. I feel like for earth signs, there's a repetitive cycle here, right? There's a repetitive cycle that's like on loop. And you're gonna have to find the courage, find the discernment, and use your intuition to kind of guide you through September. And that's really what it's ultimately going to be about. You know, can you guide yourself? Are you able to guide yourself? What do you need to do in order to guide yourself, in order to listen to your own intuition? These are going to be things that you're going to have to really, you know, think about. And again, use your own discernment with that. Okay, what element should we do next? I'm feeling to do fire, so we're going to do fire. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So, what is the overall energy for September for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? Thank you so much. Fire signs. Aries, Leo. Oh, shit. Sagittarius. This is interesting. So fire signs, this is going to be your season to really work for what it is that you want. I kind of feel like for a lot of you, you're like, again, really? Like, I've been doing this over and over and over again. Why do I need to keep working for what it is that I want? Why can't I just reap the rewards, reap the benefits now? And unfortunately, things don't happen like that. You know, things can, but you have to be willing to commit to what it is that you want, right? And you've got these 7 of Pentacles here as the overall energy. So fire signs, you're really going to have to think about what it is that you want, put a plan in place, and if you've already got a plan, you may have to revisit that plan. I'm also seeing as well, for a lot of you, there may be some form of like message coming in, or some form of I want to say your finances, some form of money coming in from somewhere. Feels like there's some form of money coming in somewhere. So whatever this may be, you know, don't get too trigger happy. Don't get too happy and think, you know, I'm just going to spend all this money, because September there's going to be something that's going to require you to pay out, okay? You're going to have to pay something out in September. So any money that you get, save it. Any money that, you know, is gifted to you or given to you, make sure that you're putting it away, stash it away somewhere, because you're going to have to use it, you know. Money is there to be, not used, but money's there to be, I don't know the right word, but money's there to be used. We'll just go with that. Okay, so Aries, let me pull one more card for you. Aries, you guys are transitioning for September. You guys are really transitioning. You guys are getting to a place that it's like, okay, I'm tired of arguing. I'm tired of doing the same things, you know. You've got the 7 of Rods and the 5 of Pentacles reversed. So this is an indication that, you know, in order for you guys to move forward, in order for you guys to grow, you have to be willing to work on the things that are pulling you back, right? So there may be a particular relationship in your life that has been causing you some form of pain, or some form of stagnancy in a certain area, whether that be romantic relationships, family relationships, friendships. You know, there's a certain relationship in your life that has been causing you some form of pain. And you know the saying, the only way out is through. That's going to be what you're going to have to do for September. It's like this indication of, you know, stop arguing, stop bringing conflict up, stop bringing certain things to the surface, because what you're bringing to the surface ultimately isn't allowing you to grow, right? And, you know, like sometimes we say, you know, things are surfacing because they need to heal, they need to transition. These are things that are surfacing because you're ready to just fight. Okay, Aries, let's calm down, let's reverse, let's, like, you know, use our discernment when it comes to things that, you know, we shouldn't really be arguing about. And whatever it is that's causing you some form of pain, you're gonna have to really talk about it to someone. That doesn't mean argue. That doesn't mean, you know, that doesn't mean go into something with all guns blazing, right? That doesn't mean go into something where you're like ready to just attack, because things don't work that way, you know. And especially Virgo season, people probably look at you like, the fuck, like, what are you doing? You know, you're gonna look crazy, and, you know, there's no point in that. People will easily just walk away from you at that point, and that's not something that you want, right? That's not something that deep down you want. On the surface, you're angry, you're, you know, overblown, that kind of thing. It's not something that you want. You're like, okay, let me reel this back in. I want to heal certain things. I want a relationship to go a certain way, so I have to behave a certain way. So take that on board, you know. Take that on board. I know it's sometimes hard for Aries. My mother is an Aries, so yeah. Anyways, okay. So, Leo. Okay. This is interesting. I'm just gonna turn on my fan because I'm so hot. Okay. So, I hope you guys can still hear me. Hopefully you can. Cool. So Leo, interesting energy, right? Because I feel like you guys have been struggling with something recently. You guys have been struggling internally. And there's going to be things that come to the surface in order for you to grow. And especially in terms of you know, I want to say you've tried something. There's something that you've tried, but you feel like it hasn't worked for you. And so you're now like, okay, I'm going to take a step back. It's not working for me. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it be. Stop doing that, right? Because you're haltering yourself from your own growth. You've got the Devil reversed and the Five of Swords reversed. An indication that in order to move forward, you're going to have to deal with things that are going to be uncomfortable. It's not all the time, let's walk away from something because, you know, it's not working and I'm just going to leave it at that. You know, sometimes you really have to make the effort. And, you know, for a lot of you in relationships, you're going to have to make the effort. Not all the time is everything, you know, completely their fault. Sometimes it's your fault. Sometimes, you know, you have to take accountability. Right? Accountability. There's going to be things that reveal themselves to you that you feel like, damn, is that really me? Like, am I really holding myself up? Am I really blocking my own blessings? Yeah, you are. Right? You are. You're blocking your own blessings. In September, you're going to be hit right in the face with all the internal issues, all the internal struggles and challenges that you have been in. They're like rising to the surface and they're like, okay, you know, I'm going to reveal myself now. I'm going to, you know, show up and be like, okay, it's time to take some accountability. That's going to be something that you're going to have to do in September. I don't know why August just come through. I know that August is now. I feel like something's happened that's led up to this point, right? Especially in August. Something's happened in August that's making you feel like, okay, I'm blocking myself. I'm blocking my own blessings. I need to call myself on my own shit. Interesting. Sagittarius. What is going on for Sagittarius in September? Okay, that's interesting. So you've got the Ace of Rods and the Eight of Pentacles here, Sagittarius. How can you get anywhere when you don't want to put in any action? Okay? How can you get anywhere when you don't want to make an effort? How can you get anywhere and how can you obtain the results that you want if you haven't planted those seeds to grow? Okay? So your inaction is what is causing stagnancy. Because your inaction is what is causing you to feel like nothing's happening, especially in terms of your career. You're going to have to go back to the drawing board in some way. Reevaluate what it is that you want. Reevaluate where it is that you're coming from. Reevaluate, why you are working towards what you are, What is it that you want to achieve in September? And I feel like you're going to have to look at the little things, because it's not going to be a big thing. It's going to be the little things that really make the difference. And you're going to have to work on the little things. Okay? So whatever this may be, in terms of your career, you're going to have to look at the little things. You're going to have to reevaluate where it is that you're not making an effort. And that may be hard for you to really digest. That may be hard for you to really think about and be truthful with yourself about, because I feel like you don't want to be truthful with yourself. You have a great, point of being truthful with others, but you don't really know how to be truthful with yourself, and that's your biggest downfall. I also feel like something's not working for you, Sagittarius. Like something that you've been putting an effort into, something that you have been working towards hasn't been working, and that's why you've got to go back and look at the little details. So reconsider. It's time to change up. It's time to switch up a bit. Okay? Cool. So, what signs have I done? Someone remind me, please. I can't even remember. What elements have I done? I've done earth and fire. Okay, we're going to do air next. Yeah, we're going to do air. So Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Perfect. Air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What can they expect for September? Thank you so much, Spirit. What is the overall energy? What is the overall energy for the air signs? Thank you so much. Okay. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, so I will say for you air signs, there are a lot of imbalanced energy for September, and you're really going to have to consider certain things that haven't been working, right? So the overall energy is the Strength card reversed. This is an indication of wanting to move forward wanting to gather the energy and the strength that you do have, but not being able to get there, not being able to build it into fruition, right? Because it feels like you're overworking. And it's not even overworking in the physical sense, it's overworking in the sense of your mental, right? And your emotional. You're overworking yourself to a place of stagnancy, to a place of resisting, right? And even a place of resentment, I want to say. So you're going to have to gather your energy, gather your time, gather your space, get it together, and then, you know, push through. Because this month requires you to push through. September requires you to push through. And once you push through, you will see the results of your labor. So Gemini, you're going to have to be wary this month. You are going to have to be wary about the people around you. You're going to have to be wary about your own growth and what you tell yourself. But at the same time, I feel like there's something that's going to manifest in September for you. And something's coming through very quickly for you. It's like a transformation. Like August has been your transformation. Okay, Gemini? It feels like August has been your transformation, and it's like, okay, now you're going to see what it is that you want. And whether or not you get it is dependent upon your actions, right? So you've got the Magician. An indication that you are going to be able to manifest what it is that you want, but you have to put action into it in order to receive those results. Because that's the thing. Sometimes, you know, we can ask for something. We can say, hey, you know, I want this, or I desire this, you know, whatever it may be. But are we ready to receive it? Are we ready to really open ourselves up to receiving what it is that we want? Because ultimately, sometimes we are our own blockages, you know. We're our only people that are blocking ourselves from manifesting what it is that we want. And the Magician, you know, he's ready to give you what it is that you want, Gemini. He's ready to be like, okay, you know, here it goes. You can have it if you want. But there's still something that you have to do. There's still an obstacle that you're going to have to overcome in September for you to really get it. And I feel like, you know, for a lot of you in relationships, this is going to be a testing point for some of you. This is going to be a testing point to see, okay, can you follow your intuition? Are you really wanting what it is that you are asking for? Because sometimes the universe tests our will. Sometimes the universe is like, okay, you know, you're asking for something, but what are you going to do to get it? What is it going to take for you to obtain it? Okay? So ask yourself what it is that you're going to do next. How are you going to do things differently this time? How are you going to bring something into fruition and be able to receive it? And that may mean cutting some people off. That may mean cutting people off in terms of your romantic life. That may be in terms of your family dynamics. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of moves here for Gemini. So whether that be a move in terms of, you know, your own home, your childhood home, whatever it may be, you know, it may be time to cut some dead ends, right? So, Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. You've got the Seven of Rods reversed. I really feel like in September you are... It's kind of like you're asked to just like mellow out a bit. You're asked to just, you know, chill out a bit because you're worrying a bit too much. You're worrying about something that caused an issue in the past, I feel, right? So it feels like there's something from your past that is causing a disturbance. And I feel like really it's just your overactive mind. It's your overthinking. It's your air energy. You can't allow things to stay stagnant in your mind. You can't allow things that are unnecessary occupy your mind, okay? Because I feel like with the Seven of Rods reversed here, it's like an indication of feeling ready to move forward, but at the same time, like your mind is still stuck on something. Yeah, your mind is still stuck on something, the Ten of Rods. Your mind is still on hold. And what is this thing that is holding you back? What is this thing that is blocking you from moving forward mentally, emotionally, physically? I feel like, physically things are moving quite quick. Physically things are going forward, but there's something here that's like blocking your view, blocking reality. You're not able to kind of see the blessings that you want, and that's because you're blocking it. So what is it from your past that is blocking you from seeing, from experiencing? September asks that you slow down a bit mentally. I want to say physically too. I feel like, physically there's going to be a lot of changes throughout the month of September. But it's almost as if, mentally you need to slow down. You need to just ground yourself. That's what I want to say. You need to just ground yourself. You need to just hold yourself down, There may be people around you that can hold you down, whether that be spending time with your friends, spending time with your family, your spouse, whoever it may be. Talk to someone. Talk to someone that, can help you. That's going to be how you overcome certain blockages. And remember, not everything is a rush. Not everything needs to be, completed like that or in an instant. Sometimes slow it down a bit. Sometimes give yourself time to really enjoy what's happening, right? So Aquarius, a lot of imbalanced energy is what I'm feeling for you for September. And it feels as though you may be giving too much in a particular area, romantically, financially. You may be giving something too much that is causing you to feel tilted. It's like you're imbalanced, And I really feel as though there are certain things here that make you feel as though you can't overcome certain challenges. It's like there are certain emotional aspects here that make you feel as though, you see the challenges ahead, you see the mountains ahead, but no way am I able to overcome them. It's like, whew, this is too much. This is way too much. And I feel like you guys have encountered a lot of challenges recently. You guys have really been pushed and pulled in all different directions. You've got the Justice card and the Knight of Cups reversed. You guys have been pushed and pulled in all different directions, and you're kind of thinking, okay, how the hell am I going to get out of this? How the hell am I going to overcome these mountains? How am I going to push past these, blockages that are in my way? Finances are a huge part of it too. I do want to say that. Finances are a huge thing here. And it's going to be something that, you're going to have to manage. You're going to see certain setbacks appear, and you're going to have to, overcome them with patience. Okay? Not just by exploding or feeling like, oh my God, I don't know how to deal with this, Have your moment, have your time of doing that. That's completely fine. But, know that you will overcome any blockages that do come up, especially especially in your finances. I want to say there's a move here too. There's like some form of move, and it's especially prominent for air signs with this month. There's a move here that's kind of like, okay, it's challenging, I can get through it though. That's the mindset that you need to have anyway. It's challenging, but I'm going to get through it, right? It's challenging, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to be fine, you know? I also feel like someone's going to come in to help you this month. Like someone's going to be your, kind of like your coach in a sense, like your guidance. And if someone doesn't come in, it may be time for you to seek that guidance elsewhere, right? It may be time for you to go elsewhere to actually seek what it is that you feel that you're missing. Because you never know, someone might be able to see something that you're unable to see in the midst of chaos, right? Cool, so that is air signs. We are now moving on to water signs, I believe, yes. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What is the overall energy for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? Oh, okay. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So this is interesting energy, okay? Because I really feel as though there's certain things here that you haven't healed from. And September is going to test you. Like for a lot of us, it's going to test us. A lot of inner child healing that needs to be worked on. A lot of internal work that needs doing. Damn, okay. A lot of internal work that needs doing, and September will be the month for you guys that you really reevaluate certain relationships, that you really reevaluate how you've been moving through your childhood and through up until this point, okay? So you have the Six of Cups reversed. This is an indication for water signs that, you know, it's time to really look inwards. It's time to do some internal work that needs attention. For a lot of us, there's something that is blooming. There's something here that's blooming, but it's come to a halt. It's come to a standstill. So it's kind of like, okay, how can I overcome that? How can I get past that? And you're really going to have to do some internal digging in order to overcome that, in order to get past that. So this may be an indication that it's time to do some inner child healing, okay? It may be time to look back on your past and reevaluate what sort of things that, you know, have kind of made it through to this point. You know, what's working for you, what's not working for you, what do I need to let go of, okay? These are going to be, you know, things that you need to revisit, and there may be a conversation with a mother figure. There may be a conversation with a mother figure that needs to be had, okay? There may be a conversation with a parental figure that needs to be had in order to be, you know, worked on. Just so that you can kind of see eye to eye. So Cancer, the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords reversed. You guys are scared of healing, right? You guys are scared of really moving forward into a space of healing because you're like, okay, what if I just get let down again? What if, you know, this cycle keeps on repeating itself? What if this certain thing keeps on repeating because I don't know if I can do it again? I feel like there's someone in your life, or there will be someone coming into your life that can kind of take the pressure off you a bit. that can help you to heal, that can help to, you know, help to heal your heart. And I feel like romantically there may be someone coming into your life, or there may be someone in your life right now that can help you to see things from a different perspective. And that's the thing, okay? This different perspective, it's not going to be the easiest. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be like, oh, okay, you know, I know what to do now. Thank you for that. It's going to be a thing of uncomfortableness. It's going to be uncomfortable at the beginning. And you're going to have to learn to trust in it. You know, someone's going to come in and like try to be your savior almost. And it's not that you need a savior. It's not that you need someone to come in and to, you know, save you. But you need someone to come in to show you different from what you have been experiencing. And you know, sometimes our biggest healing points can actually come in the form of people, because they come in and they're like, okay, we're just going to make space, we're just going to make room for, you know, what you do need in your life. Because sometimes, Cancer, you get so caught up in your own emotions and your own thoughts and your own feelings, and you're like, I feel so overwhelmed, you know. September is going to be a healing month for you. Whether you want this or not, it's going to be a healing month. And you know, it comes with challenges, it comes with a certain amount of anxiety too, okay? So if you guys are currently experiencing anxiety or feelings of worthlessness or feelings of, you know, I'm not worthy, I'm not capable, I'm never going to find someone, or I'm never going to be this particular person, remind yourself that you're in the healing process. Remind yourself that these are phases and these are cycles, and cycles are life, you know. There's going to be times when you don't like yourself. Learn to embrace that. There are going to be times where, you know, you don't like certain things that are happening in your life. Learn to embrace that. And it's not necessarily saying, you know, embrace, you know, your dislikes. But allow yourself to accept what it is that you're feeling, and then move on from it, okay? So Scorpio, you are going to have to rebuild something in September, and it's going to be very challenging for you. You're going to have to rebuild a relationship. You're going to have to rebuild the foundations of something, because your focus has been swayed. Your focus has been elsewhere. You've got the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands reversed, the 4 of Rods reversed. You're going to have to really look inwards and be like, okay, where can I make more effort? What can I do to make more of an effort for someone that is either close to me or someone that was recently, you know, a big part of my life? It may be that certain engagements, marriages, certain celebrations have been broken off, or things have been put to a standstill, okay? There may be something here that is like, okay, I need to just take some time, take a step back, and just reevaluate what I need to do next. And this may even be an indication that, you know, you need to focus on yourself for the time being, because there is internal work that you need to do before you're able to come into union with anyone, before you're able to take that next step in your life. And there are certain things from your childhood that are coming up, that are appearing, for you to really take note of, and for you to be like, okay, I guess this is where I can pinpoint where I don't feel comfortable, or where I'm stopping my growth from happening, or stopping a relationship's growth from happening. You may have to have a conversation with your mother, or someone that is close to you that kind of aligns with your mother. You're going to have to work on something. You're going to have to look at the minor details of something, the smaller details, because the smaller details are what makes the overall difference. The smaller details are what makes the bigger picture. But know that it can get back on track. Whatever this may be, it can get back on track. You just need to do some internal digging. You need to reevaluate what effort you put towards things or put towards people. And that's how you can heal. That's how you can move forward. Reevaluating and reflecting on the things that, you know, mean the most to you. Because you say that things mean the most to you, but do you act like it? Someone may also need your help this month. Pisces. I've got some interesting news for you. I've got some interesting news for you because it feels as though there is a pregnancy involved. It feels as though there's something here in terms of pregnancy or in terms of children or your childhood. And you're going to have to make a decision on it, right? You've got the Empress and the Two of Wands reversed. I'm seeing for a lot of Pisces, you have this idea of how you want things to be. And it's like it hasn't turned out that way. It hasn't turned out the way that you had expected. And so now you're like, oh shit. What do I do now? Because in my mind I had a feeling about something. In my mind I had a, you know, vision of something, or, you know, you had like a vision of something. There's something here that you had a vision of. And it hasn't gone fully to plan, right? It hasn't gone fully to plan, and you're going to have to make a decision. And whether that be to do with this pregnancy, you're going to be, you know, swayed. You're going to be shifted. So if you're not planning on becoming pregnant, or you don't want to get pregnant, I would say use protection. But saying that, a lot of spirits recently, a lot of baby spirits that I've been in communication with, they're ready to come through. So whether you like it or not, it seems like, you know, there are certain things here that the baby spirits are like, make room, I'm coming. So just be mindful. As well as that, I'm seeing that there's something here that you're going to have to make a decision on. And like I said, whether this be to do with pregnancy or whether this be to do with, you know, something completely different, you're going to be having different feelings about it. And I feel like as well as that, this could be in relation to healing a relationship. You're like, okay, something hasn't turned out the way that I would have liked it to. Something hasn't turned out the way that I wanted it to, or I envisioned it to. But, you know, what are you going to do with that now? What are you going to do with that information? What are you going to do with that energy? It's your choice ultimately. Whatever you plan to do, or whatever you want to do it. But I will say that you need to have all the answers, not answers, all the facts, all the information that you need. Because whatever information that you feel that you need, you're going to have to look into a bit further. You may even hear of someone that you've been in relations with, that you have been sleeping with or seeing. You may find out that they've actually got someone else pregnant. Okay? You're going to be in two minds, because I feel like someone's going to come to you, someone's going to tell you, someone's going to be like, you know, this is what's happening. Whether you want to accept it or believe it or not, again, that's completely up to you. But remember that healing comes from self, okay? Whatever it may be. You may need to take a break. You may need to be like, okay, this is too much. Let me let me go back and reflect and think about what it is that I want to do, what it is that I need to do next, okay? There may also be something in terms of your career coming up that you're going to have to make a choice between. If you have been kind of in two minds about, I'm seeing like your career, you've been in two minds about what to do in terms of your career. One thing's pulling you one way and then the other thing's pulling you another way. Focus on what your heart wants. And it's not necessarily your heart, it's your gut, okay? Focus on what your gut wants, because that is where your intuition lies. So yeah, very interesting energy. Very interesting energy for the water signs. Thank you so much, Spirit. So I believe that is all of the elements done. For those of you that have stayed on this live, thank you so much. Yeah, if you have any personal questions that you may want answered, then let me know. Comment below. I'm ready to answer any questions. So whatever questions you may have, just write them below, and I will just see which ones stick out to me. I was gonna use one of my decks that I've got my phone placed on, so I'm just gonna switch that around. Okay, let me take a look. So someone said, are there any themes you see for the collective? Honestly, a lot of setbacks, especially financially. There's going to be a lot of setbacks in terms of finances, in terms of our career, our money. I will say, make sure that you're saving, make sure that you are paying your bills, paying the things that you need to pay. Okay, because you don't want to be in debt. I feel like there's going to be a lot of debt around the next coming months, and you don't want to be in that situation. If you are, then I don't know what to tell you. You know, I do feel as though there will be some help coming, but I feel like, you know, I feel like you're going to have to go back to the drawing board. There's something that a lot of us are currently experiencing or will be experiencing, and we're going to have to go back to the drawing board about a lot of things. Relationships, money, career, what we want to do, you know, our life purpose, that kind of thing. Remember that things are constantly shifting as well. So Lizbeam 545. I'm gonna have to do another live, so join me back here. I'm just gonna end it and then restart it. So just bear with me.